Eli Manning, you don't have a problem with Eli Manning. Eli Manning right now, to me, I think he has a couple more years. I think he can pull another Super Bowl. That's just me. I think he can win one more.
I think he can. I just think what it is
I think he can retire with 3.
What I think it is, and it kind of showed this year, it's when it comes to the Giants, you saw it is from the first 7 games. Once we got to our bye week, we had a trash offensive line.
Yeah.
In the bye week, we fixed our offensive line a little bit. I mean, it's not perfect, nowhere near perfect, but we fixed it up. And now you see, when you give Manning time, he's an elite quarterback.
Yeah, there's changes. You see the change in the offense and how quick they're moving, how his response is.
Right.
I mean, before it was just a delay. You could tell that the pocket was crashing every single time. And the pickups that y'all made, I mean, let's be honest, like Nate Solder, like...
I thought that would have been a good pickup, but
I think when
the Patriots let go of a player, you gotta like.
I mean, but the issue with
you gotta remember why the Patriots.
Well, how much you paid him?
But the thing with Nate, I think what it is he's just playing with such a bad offensive line. It's gonna reflect onto him too. You gotta look at it like that.
But that side wasn't any better. Let's be honest.
It was still better than the right side. It was still better than the right side. This is the issue though, is that he lets 1 or 2 players go. Right? And the entire right side lets 5-6 players go. You're going to still compare as the entire offensive line, even though he's still playing at top level. But because the rest of the line is playing bad, it's just going to reflect on him as he's playing bad. But you put, sorry to interrupt you, you put other good offensive linemen next to him, he's going to look like a top offensive lineman. He will be a top offensive lineman. Yeah. The thing is that when you had Eric Flowers on one side, and you had like 2 rookies or whatever on the line, you're not. The offensive line is one of those things where one player cannot change an entire offensive line.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But just my personal opinion is that I feel like the Giants had the most success running on the right side of the ball. I feel like Nate Solder wasn't really that much of a huge asset or pickup than you guys really thought. Let's be honest.
I mean,
but Saquon Barkley, let's be honest. We've seen the explosiveness. We've seen the raw talent that Saquon Barkley brings. We already know what Odell does. We already know what he does. But as a rookie with Saquon right now, you see that all you guys need to really do to get the game going is run. I
think next year, this is the way I would look at the Giants draft next year.
And you guys can't run because it's like you guys put Saquon in such a tough position. You guys know nowadays how long a career of a running back lasts. It's short.
Especially ones that hit
especially
like that.
Nowadays with the CTEs coming out.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
This is if I was the Giants, the way I'd look at the next draft coming up is like this. At this moment, we have the 8th pick of next year's draft. Right? People are like, go for a quarterback, I wouldn't go for a quarterback. I would not go for a quarterback the first round. I would go for a quarterback maybe in the 3rd or 4th round. Because
you're banking on that Russell Wilson.
No, type. I'm not banking on that Russell Wilson.
I mean the type of.
I'm banking that I feel like.
Or you're banking on another Davis Webb.
My question to ask.
That's what's happening.
As a Giants fan, let's say Eli leaves tomorrow, right?
Okay.
What are you looking for in a quarterback? Are you looking for a pocket passer?
I want a pocket passer. All I want is a pocket passer
because we see nowadays with their spread.
I'm with you.
So
the type of quarterback I honestly would love to have on the Giants besides Eli, would be a guy like what he said, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, if you're looking for a scrambling quarterback.
But he's not a pocket passer.
No, he is. He's a pocket passer.
No, we know that, but he has the most success. He has the most success.
Well, he can know, but he's a pass-first quarterback. He's not a run-first quarterback. Yeah. He can play in the pocket and he can play outside. If you look at the Giants' offense,
he's a mobile quarterback. Eli is not a mobile quarterback.
No, he's not. He can be for like 2 yards.
We know Tom is not a mobile quarterback.
No, but what I was gonna say is, look at the Giants' offense. Right, it's speed all around. It's all speed. It's not physicality besides Saquon, but it's speed all around. Now, if you add a speed and quarterback, we'd probably have the fastest offense in the NFL, in the sense of the speed that the players have. And then you just need to fix that offensive line. My first pick of the NFL draft, my first 2 picks would be offensive linemen.
I agree. I think y'all should shoot for that.
Because quarterback, we got Eli. If the scouts do their job correctly, we can pick up a legit quarterback in the 3rd or 4th round. You can pick up because this is when you look at the draft, everybody knows who's going in the 1st and 2nd round. Scouts make their money. But listen, scouts make their money and make their name as a scout in the 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7th round. That's where their names come out.
Not agree.
In the 1st or 2nd round.
I just don't think the Giants have those type of scouts.
I think we do,
because I haven't really seen
What are you talking about?
I mean, what?
You drafted Sterling Shepard,
I
Odell
thought you were
Beckham.
talking about quarterback.
No, I know. I'm talking about all positions.
No,
in
I'm
general.
talking about quarterback. You have none. Dude,
What?
here's your problem with that theory. Like, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because we got to move on. There's a lot of important things we need to get into, but this is just the last thing I'm going to say. I don't think you can look at Eli and say that we can't draft a quarterback in the first round and say that that's not the number one position in need now, because you have to look at his age, because you can't look at his age the same way you look at Tom Brady's age, the same way you look at Drew Brees' age, because those guys are playing at such an elite level and leading their teams to the playoffs consistently. Listen, regardless of what you want to say about that, the facts are there. The results are there. Eli Manning does not make the playoffs anymore. Regardless of what you want to say about the team, for you to say, okay, even Pat Shurmur came out today. I'm looking at the headline right now. He's like, he believes that Eli has years left as a starting QB. You can't bank on that because we haven't seen enough from him over these last couple years for you to bank on an old QB like a Drew Brees who you can do that with, like Tom Brady who's been saying he's playing up to 45. That's my only issue with that whole theory. You have to draft a quarterback, maybe not to start next year,
but
to groom him.
I'm not saying.
No,
you talking about in the first round?
Yeah, you get a first rounder. You get a guy who's about to be a sure thing. And you let him room. Look at Patrick Mahomes. Look at him.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Look at him.
But that's what I'm saying. You draft a guy in the 3rd or 4th round, and you let him groom behind Eli for 1 or 2 years.
Right, in the first round. I'd get him in the first round. We've seen that story before. They got Davis Webb, and where is he? There's an APB out for him. He's on the streets. Oh, yeah, he's cut.
See, that's the issue. I wish we kept
But you don't have time, though. That's the problem. Because Eli, you say, oh, he has years left. Honestly, it could be a year. And then what? And then what do? You're stuck with all this young talent and Saquon Barkley and Odell Beckham, and you don't think
I would just really hate for the Giants to waste all that talent.
Yeah, because you have too much talent
that's
right
the
now.
one
Sterling
thing, and
Shepard
that's
is
why
young.
I want to bring
Evan
up the
Ingram,
team,
young.
because
Eli Manning's
guys
the
have so
only
much
old
talent.
soul there. The problem is the age
Do you
difference
want that
between
presence
your
in the locker
talent
room?
and
That's
Eli.
my whole thing, is the locker room presence. Because we see how Eli is right now.
Yeah.
Eli's towards his career where he's just...
Eli has never been a rah-rah guy. Never. But it's okay. That's who he's been, and he won 2 Super Bowls doing it. But my point is, you just can't have all this young talent and expect them to grow with Eli, who might have a year left, and then what? You grow chemistry with the guy who might not even be there in a year or 2. I'm like, why would you waste that time?
I'm not
wasting
saying,
time.
I'm not saying
You're wasting time with Eli Manning. You're not winning another Super Bowl with Eli Manning. Period. End of story.
I think we are.
Well, you're not. You're not. You're delusional. You're a delusional fan.
I'm not.
Anyway, moving on. Let's move on.